Welcome back to NBA Cinema, guys. So we have Luka Doncic sound bites coming in from the game, and we're gonna focus on one part. He was asked about Nico Harrison, who was seen looking at him prior to the game, and we saw Luka make, one of his 3 pointers and look right over at the bench, and even all the personnel sitting behind the bench, the whole organization, and he had some words to say that wasn't so kind. Letting them know that I'm him. I just led you to the finals, and you trade me. That's pretty much the tone he was uh, yelling at the bench with. So he's going to speak about some of the emotion and everything, and they're going to ask him specifically about Nico Harrison. Did he see him looking at him prior to the game, and if he thought about going over there to speak to him or anything after the game? Let's check.
Luca, you obviously the emotions and stuff from the trade and the 7 years you've spent in Dallas aren't going to be undone in a night. But does playing them and being able to kind of put at least a tiny bow on it, does that help you, or do you think that will help you as you move ahead now that this is like out of the way?
Yeah, definitely will help me. I think, especially like I said, I'm glad this game is over. And just a little bit, like you said, it's definitely gonna help in the long process.
Luka, coming into tonight, a lot of your teammates expressed excitement for you to have this game to come to be a play against the Mavericks. What did their excitement do for you? I guess how did you feel? I guess their energy, not just tonight, but coming into tonight for you.
Sorry, can you repeat?
How did you feel your teammates' energy? I guess galvanize around for you coming into tonight.
It was great. Like I saw Dodo say, we got his back, and it was amazing. They're trying to push me. I know I didn't play great, but, I'm glad we got the win, and, they're trying to push me more and more.
Luka, just a two-part question. One, I don't know if you saw Nico Harrison was there on the court when you were warming up and then sitting right behind the Mavericks bench, if you thought about going over to him or saying anything to him at all. And then just the second part is, have you ever had anything like this trade happen to you in your life? Like whether, I don't know, a breakup or something like that? Have you ever had anything like this experience?
No, definitely not. That was different. I definitely didn't have like that. But yeah, I didn't see him at warm-ups.
Not at all? Not at all? Just in the warm-up?
Luka, you have the handshake with Kyrie that you guys had in Dallas to start this game here. You go over to see Derek Lively after the game. Is there a specific moment, maybe with your old teammates, that you can share with us what that was like?
I mean, yeah, Kai is my hermano. We go way beyond basketball, so it was good to see those guys. Like I said, we went through wars together, and it was really fun to see them all.
Luka, were you looking for some kind of closure with what happened tonight to allow you to move on? And if so, did you feel like you got that?
I mean, the closure is going to take a while, I think. It just, it's not ideal. But, like I said, I'm glad this game is over. It was a lot of emotions. But we go little by little, and every day is better.
So as you guys can see there, Luka still has a lot of emotion behind this trade. It's been taxing on his psyche. Being a young star, being the reigning scoring champion and leading your team to an NBA Finals and getting traded in the very next season, it's like, wow, this organization didn't believe in me. And he was fully invested in being there for the better part of his career, right? So for him to be a Los Angeles Laker is still a whirlwind at this point, but they're getting ready to just focus on what's ahead of them and trying to get in the postseason. I do think Austin Reeves, he's playing really well, and they're a mismatch problem. We saw what they were able to do to the Denver Nuggets, and having Luka exposes the Nuggets a little bit more than they could with AD, just because of some of the things both he and LeBron can do as far as putting Jokic in ball screens. They were destroying him. And Jokic isn't really a good defender at the rim. And if you got those two guys with the ball in their hands, not just LeBron, but now you have Luka doing it too, uh, it can present a nightmarish challenge, for that team. Um, You look at a team like OKC. I mean, they look good in the regular season, but I do notice sometimes Shea, Jalen Williams, and those guys when they're going up against LeBron, they're not playing to the same level that they play at. In other matchups, and that's just the youth a little bit. And I think a team like them, if they were to face the Lakers, it wouldn't be ideal for them. If the Lakers were to drop some for OKC to get them in the first round. But um, the Lakers, I think, what are they in fourth right now, something like that. Uh, so they probably will have home court in the first round, end up playing Houston or somebody like that. And again, that's a young team. Um, you got all that experience over there with the Lakers. That wouldn't be ideal for a young team to have to face, because if you go in a series against LeBron and Luka with a young team, I mean, that's going to be tough to overcome. Now they're going to have their problems on the defensive end of the floor, but if I take those two in that series, it's going to be pretty tough trying to win that series. You know what I'm saying? And if I look at Dallas, you know, they are a well-built team when they're healthy. Uh, we're seeing some shells of what they have right now. They still have Kyrie Irving, so you can win some ball games. Um, but to have Lively, Gaffer, and AD back, that's pretty much the anchor to their identity as far as defense. So we won't know what this team is going to look like until everybody's back. And hopefully, AD, an abdominal strain, anybody who's ever had one of those know that that's not an injury to play with. So, um, how well will AD be able to play? Um, is he going to be able to give us a lot heading to the end of the year in the postseason? Because he should be back for that next matchup again, though. An abdominal strain, man, and he's had it multiple times this year. That's going to be, uh, something to keep an eye on, because that's almost like you ever had a hamstring injury? Uh, it's just one of those nagging things that if you feel that pull, you're gonna have to come right back out and be out for a few more weeks. It's not one of those things you can kind of shake off and get right back out there. So. Um, I think that team is well built to try to make a postseason run as well, and I would love to see these two teams match up in the postseason. Just to see who got the better of the trade. And Nico Harrison probably needs this more than anyone, because he needs to show head to head that this team can beat Luka's Lakers. Luka and LeBron's Lakers, and maybe the fan base will feel a little better about it. Um, in the short term. But again, this team has to go out and win a championship, for things to be accepted. Because you traded away your 25-year-old uh, superstar, and also not only that, not only do the Mavs need to win, but Luca can't win in LA, because if he wins in LA, the fans still not gonna be happy because they love 77. Um, One of the things I did notice was how serious Kyrie was taking this game. As you know, one of the things I feel like is forgotten in this trade is that Dallas essentially said, Kyrie, we trust you with the ball in your hands. People were talking about AD and Luka and that swap, but the organization was sending a message that we got our guy in Kyrie Irving. And so it looks like when he came out tonight, didn't shoot particularly well. Was missing a lot of the scoop shots and ambidextrous shots he normally makes, but he was very assertive tonight. He always is when he faces Bron, but he wanted to show, uh, the organization that they can trust him to be that guy, uh, as the guy, not just him and Luca together. And they came up a little short tonight. Again, they're missing some pieces, but yeah, man, I think that's gonna be good. And we heading down this stretch here. I want to know what matchups you guys want to see in the postseason. Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.